folks. Nobody will be here at all. These are the really important things, but not a soul will show up because it wasn't about Nancy Guthrie or one of the popular cases out there. But yeah, we actually have a solve. Right as I hit the button to end the last show, Dr. Colleen Fitzpatrick got a hold of me, and one of the cases that we funded has the press release. All right, so pretty amazing. Here we go. So this is what all the trolls are trying to stop. This kind of stuff right here. It says for immediate release, identifiers made in 2022 Seattle, Washington, John Doe case. Identifiers International conducts forensic investigative genetic genealogy analysis. Seattle, Washington, 5th of June, 2026. Identifiers International announces the positive identification of an individual found deceased in Seattle, Washington on October 10th, 2022 through forensic investigative genetic genealogy. The person has been identified as James Daniel Reed, a local resident. James Reed was found in a tent in a wooded area. Identification efforts were limited due to the condition of his remains. Despite attempts at the time, no identification could be made. In 2024, a genealogist with Identifiers International, who is local to the area, saw the case and began seeking funds to cover FIGG, Forensic Investigative Genetic Genealogy. An Intermountain Forensics grant covered the lab work and the uploads to the genealogy databases, GEDmatch, and Family Tree DNA. And then it says, and a Gray Hughes Investigate grant covered the Forensic Investigative Genetic Genealogy investigation. Identifiers International genealogist Jenna Robertson and Maureen Marshall conducted a comprehensive FIGG analysis using DNA provided by the King County Medical Examiner's Office. They built out relevant family networks and were able to narrow the investigative focus to James Reed. This work was made possible through grants obtained by Intermountain Forensics and Gray Hughes Investigates, whose funding enabled the advanced DNA analysis required to bring this case to resolution. Thanks to the family members who loaded their DNA to GEDmatch and Family Tree DNA and opted into investigative genetic genealogy matching. Our hearts go out to those who knew and cared about James, said Colleen Fitzpatrick, founder of Identifiers International. Yeah, jeez. Please consider aiding future FIGG investigations by loading your DNA and opting in. The King County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed the identification and has notified the family. Isn't that awesome? So look at that, you guys. We make a difference. And of course, nobody's here to see that, but very cool. And thanks, Wild Bill Wassman up there. But our funding solved a case of an unidentified person up in Seattle, Washington. And so when you guys aren't supporting the channel like you used to, we're unable to do these very same things. And of course, the trolls out there have made it a harder place to do that. So if you guys have the ability to help support the channel, that would be great. We got to keep on trucking. If we don't have the funds, we can't do it. So we just gave them $1,000 at the end of the month, so that was good. Yeah, those people are fools, but it's also a reality that we are struggling in here, and it shouldn't be that way. But look at even right now. I come back on, and we have amazing news that we solved the case. We have 24 people watching. I think that's just sick, you know? Like, what's going on? I mean, you would think it would just, whoa, you know, YouTube would blast it out there. Hey, we got this. But forget it, you know? All right. Then we also, she wants, we're looking at this other case. Both the other one, the Volusia County one, where the kid that was shaved from the waist down and there was a bike that he stole and so forth. That one is going to the lab, but there's a lot of bacteria in that one, but they think that they can do it. So we'll see what happens in that one. And then the torso case also. God, what's the deal? 22 people. It's freaking incredible. 180,000 subscribers and 22 people think enough or get notified to show up on something like this. It's just unreal. I mean, it really almost seems impossible. You know? Impossible. Yeah, so there's this other case that she wanted me to look at. Is that gonna work? Was it Namus and what's the other? Oh, Charlie. So it's in this one. Where's the part where you can? I'm not sure. I have to log in. Oh yeah, there we go. So I can type right over here. UP. How come that didn't show up? Oh, that's not the right one. It's unidentified. Yeah, did you not see this? Whiskey Boots? Right here, look. See this? We funded the solving of another case that wouldn't have been solved, right? And then there's this one right here. Wow, that guy looks like a weird version of my brother. But look at this. This is another one that they want to look at. 1995, Daytona Beach, Florida. A male, white, Caucasian. He's earlier than 50 years old. He's 30 to 40 years old. 5'6" is estimated height. 138 pounds. Where they actually have like a pretty clear picture of him up there. And then the date the body was found was October 1st, 1995. Location, I guess they have a map, but oh, this is another Volusia County. That's weird. Same place. Deceased body found 10/1/1995. Here, let's try it. Let's try this. Here, I'm going to make a folder on it. Okay, put that in there. Then go over here, and then this is... Alright. What's the thing? Deceased body found. Ridge Road Avenue. All parts recovered. Yeah, but why should they have to be watching for me? You get notifications. Man, you guys, this is just getting unbearable, really. October 1995, Florida. Hey, thank you. Wild Bill Wassman again. Wild Bill, you're my only supporter, man. Thank you so much. Every day, it's you guys. Come on, you guys. We got to keep on trucking here. Let's see, Wild Bill, Washburn, you have two different ones. And this is in Daytona Beach. Can I put that in there? Daytona. Yeah, Daytona, Florida. Okay. And then how about body found? Let's see if we can find the precise. Okay, nothing there. Let me just put Florida. Well, it does say Volusia County, though, doesn't it? How about if I just type in the name of that street? Ridgewood. Ridgewood Avenue. I mean, why else would that be in there? Okay, so get rid of, just do Florida then. And then that would be like October 2nd. Oh man, that's... Okay, how about now maybe type in body found. Is that gonna work? So maybe that right there. This could be it. This looks pretty good. Oh shit, hold on. This might be it, right? Let's see. Police are investigating the death, and this is October 2nd, so it's exactly the date that you would expect it. Investigating the death of a man whose decomposed body was found Sunday afternoon inside a vacant building. The victim has not been identified, and the cause of death has not been determined. There was no evidence of trauma to the body or any indication of a struggle or confrontation in the building at 500. Here, let's put that in there. I'm going to do UP 1120. That doesn't work. And I'll read the press release here in a minute again. I just want to get this one in here because she mentioned us doing this. With but for the little people that are here, if you could consider helping support the channel so that we can continue to do these kinds of things, that would be fantastic. Alright, so we got that, and then this is in 500 South Ridgewood. Avenue, Daytona Beach, Florida, right there. So this will be where this was found. Wonder where the abandoned building is. Maybe it was like right there or something. Is this Ridgewood down here? Yeah, that's Ridgewood. Oh, that's a fraternity house right there. It's weird. Sigma Chi too, the same damn one as the Idaho 4 case. Alright. Or maybe it was on the other side of the street, though, I guess. And it says, the person who found the body told officers he had smelled a foul odor for about 2 days. He found the body while searching for the source of the odor. All right, so all of these are related to that. Let's see if this one. I don't think that's it. $10:30 bedroom. That's not it. Let's see if there's one on. Or how about the word unidentified? See that did. Oh, let's see. 3:30 p.m. an unidentified man. No, that's not right. Let me go back. Oh, is it just the one? Yeah, it's just that. So what else? Police decomposing body. Let's see. Body Daytona Beach. See, that should still be on that page. Okay, good. So I think that is probably the best series of words to find this. Okay, it shows up there. And then I think if I go like this, the quotes around it, it should still show that. Maybe it didn't do that one. And why is that? Is that not the right order? Body Daytona. It should have worked. All right, so let's see if there's one on like the 3rd. Okay, there we go. Is that it? An autopsy has begun to determine what killed a man whose body was found Sunday decomposing, and that's it. Decomposing in a vacant house. A strong odor attracted Joetta Thomas' attention Sunday to a lot near her South Ridgewood Avenue home, police said. After entering the building, she found the dead man lying on his back, a sack of clothes nearby. Police spokesman Al Tolley said authorities have not identified the man or determined his race because of the body condition. The Volusia County medical examiner began a preliminary examination late Monday. Miss Thomas told police she first noticed an odor around the lot at 500 South Ridgewood Avenue. 2 days ago, police could not say how long the body may have been there. Right, let's see. So there's that one. Okay. Go to the 4th. Maybe they have results. Nope. The 5th. Body Daytona Beach. How about unidentified man with quotes on either side? Would that have worked on the 3rd? No. See, that's just weird how it... Body found Daytona Beach. Yes, that's right there. About the 6th. Daytona Beach. Teen hit by car. Daytona Beach. A Volusia. Yeah. Yeah, let's try it. Unidentified man, Daytona Beach. That should do something. Maybe not the 6th, but somewhere in October. Staying Rocks, Daytona apartment. Yeah, it's weird how the You have to have specific wording or you can just forget it. Yeah, that's still him right there, or is that different? Investigators need help determining the identity of a man who was killed early. So that's a different 1300. Well, maybe that's the answer. 500. What's this address again? Hey, thanks, Wild Bill Wassman. He's trying for a wave from everybody else. Okay, so that's 500 South. That might be the key. Just typing in just that. 500 South Ridgewood. Okay. So it's right over there. Okay, so it came up with these two, October 2nd. Oh, look at November. There's something. Why else would that be there? Church will have its annual Holy Bazaar at the church at 500 South. So it's a church? That's the abandoned building? Wow. Oldest 500 Avenue. That's weird. Okay, I think that might be about it. They didn't get any answers, but apparently, he still was sort of identifiable at the time. Anyways, apparently, people don't like to show up when we talk about the good stuff that we do here. But let's go ahead and we'll go over this. Again, I'll read it again, all right? Identification was made in 2022 Seattle, Washington John Doe case. Identifiers International conducts forensic investigative genetic genealogy analysis. Seattle, Washington, the 5th of June 2026. Identifiers International announces the positive identification of an individual found deceased in Seattle, Washington on October 10th, 2022 through forensic investigative genetic genealogy, FIGG. The person has been identified as James Daniel Reed, a local resident. James Reed was found in a tent in a wooded area. Identification efforts were limited due to the condition of his remains. Despite attempts at the time, no identification could be made. In 2024, a genealogist with Identifiers International, who was local to the area, saw the case and began seeking funds to cover FIGG, an Intermountain Forensics grant. That's who we actually send the money to, but they also have their own funds. Covered the lab work and the uploads to the genealogy database, GEDmatch and Family Tree DNA. And a Gray Hughes Investigates grant covered the Forensic Investigative Genetic Genealogy Investigation. Identifiers International genealogists Jenna Robertson and Maureen Marshall conducted a comprehensive FIGG analysis using DNA provided by the King County Medical Examiner's Office. They built out relevant family networks and were able to narrow the investigative focus to James Reed. This work was made possible through grants obtained by Intermountain Forensic and Gray Hughes Investigates, whose funding enabled the advanced DNA analysis required to bring this case to resolution. Thanks to the family members who loaded their DNA to GEDmatch and Family Tree DNA and opted into investigative genetic genealogy matching. Our hearts go out to those who knew and cared about James, said Dr. Colleen Fitzpatrick, founder of Identifiers International. Please consider aiding future FIGG investigation by loading your DNA and opting in. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Let me see if I can maybe find that guy. His name's kind of common, unfortunately. Although, I don't know, maybe with all three together. Let's see, James D. Reed, Seattle. Sounds like he might have been homeless or something at the time. There's a Douglas. No, there's a James D. Reed. They didn't really say how old he was. Hey, thank you, Susie Rove. Susie Rove. Susie Rove. Yeah. So name some other YouTube channels that do true crime that do this kind of stuff. And the answer is you can't find them. All right. And that's because, but what they all do is trash the shit out of my channel to make them seem better, knowing that they don't do anything. All right. So, you know, I'm always, when I go to sleep at night, I feel good. Some nights I don't like, you know, how things go. Like, it's just so frustrating for me that you guys aren't supporting the channel at the same rate that, you know, that you used to, not even close. So it's kind of like, it's so frustrating for me that I don't know what to do, you know. It's like we were all part of this cool, well-oiled, for like symbiotic deal where I do the shows, you guys supported the channel, and then not only that, I take the ad revenue and a lot of the super chats, money, and everything, and at the end of each month, donate thousands of dollars to be able to do this kind of stuff. But this last month, you know, was not the greatest, and this one's starting off worse. So it's like it's almost like this exponential drop that's happening, and I don't know how to stop it. You know, I'm just doing my shows, and you know, like, look at this one. Great news, 55 people watching. It's just stupid, you know. It's ridiculous. So, and you guys really don't talk very much, you know. Like in the chat, it's getting kind of really noticeable. You know, when I do these shows and you guys are just sitting there staring, you know, and it's like you guys need to be having, you know, conversations going on, you know, because I'm presenting. I can't sit there and stop every second and be like, hey, you know, what do you think about, and even when I do, I say, what do you think about that? Nobody replies. So it's kind of like, you know, like right now, for example, nobody's typing. You see that? It's just dead. So anyways, thanks everybody. All people who helped support the channel that allowed us to do that. That was great. Anyways. And thanks Wild Bill Wassman and Suz Rowe.